no way this works well, right? We'll try it. Um, I can't see this going well, but it's green. There it is. All right. Well, it looks okay. I am literally using my mobile data right now. That's what we're doing. I'm using my mobile data as a hotspot. So we shouldn't be interrupted this time. Shouldn't be, unless my data goes out. So I'm literally connected to my phone right now. And it's working okay right now. So I have unlimited data. It goes lower speed after a certain amount, but it's not like crazy low speed. My mount is not having a good time right now. This is not going to end well. I have no great place to mount this thing. There goes. Okay, stuff's falling now. There was literally no good place to mount this. That's a little bit better. I am always prepared. Always. Quality's not great, but at least it's working. Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty pixelated, but hey, we're just chatting right now, so I wouldn't expect the quality to be great on this. Yeah, quality is pretty rough. But as long as you can hear me, right? As long as you guys can hear me. Can you all hear me? Excellent. This is running so much faster, too. It's faster than the Wi-Fi. Like, just going on the internet right now, I'm literally just going on the internet. It runs so much faster. Like, everything's almost instant. I mean, my phone is literally right next to it, but everything is running so much quicker. I bet stuff will download quicker too. I probably shouldn't download anything, but honestly. But this, at least we won't have interruptions. We'll sacrifice a little quality for not having interruptions, you know? So hopefully that's the last time. I probably could have like just streamed straight through my phone. It might have been a little easier, but I wouldn't have been able to use my microphone. That is a horrible topic starter, Silas. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Maybe I should just have this set up all the time. Everything's running quicker. Everyone seems to always have that issue with the mod. I don't know how many comments I get on the mod for Planet Coaster, a No Limits mod, and I get so many of the same comments. It's like if you just scroll through the comments a little bit, you get the answer, man. Like, I think he even pinned it saying, hey, make sure you have. They're like, everything. I got the mod, but it won't let me change the trains. And it's like, you got to make sure you're in your settings and make sure that it's checked that allow more interchangeable cars. You know, I always respond to everyone, but I'm just like, no one ever always has that issue, you know? I'm like, it's the most, it's the, oh, we should read really nasty comments. That'd be fun, right? Negative comments. I love reading negative comments. They make me laugh. Some of them are actually really well worded and stuff, and some are very just mean for no reason. Some of them are actually good criticism. Those are my favorite ones. Those are the best ones. Some people are just mean to be mean, I guess. But I will respond to this person while I'm here because I don't want to forget. That way they have their answer. Go to your game settings and make sure you have allow more changeable coaster cars checked. Otherwise, it does not work. All right. A message at 39 minutes ago, so hopefully I helped him pretty quick. Mean comments 10 out of 10. That's what I'm saying. Read some mean comments. It's always great entertainment to read mean comments. You know. So, yeah, I have to go digging though, because they are kind of hard to find, which is a good thing. But when I get them once in a while, it's just, I don't know, it's pretty funny. Oh, that took a second to load. All right, let's go to our comments and I don't know about, let's just do all comments and see what we can find here. Best series since the last time I saw a good series. That's a good comment though. I'm not seeing it. I haven't seen a negative comment in a while, but of course I'm not going to give any names because that wouldn't be good of me, nice of me. I'm not going to let anybody bully anybody. Just wanted to thank you. Well, that's thank you, I guess. That's a link. I don't know what to, and I'm scared to click it. It's a YouTube link, but I'm surprised that didn't get held for review, whatever that is. Here's J Trains. I see some message comment from J Trains. I'm gonna be back around April 5th, Brett. Somewhere around there. I don't have like a oh, I think my mouse went off. There we go. Somewhere around the 5th is what I'm looking at right now, most likely. I think that's going to be the day I get back. I'll get probably back that evening. Alright. I'm trying to find a negative comment. It takes a while to look through to find them. Again, it's a good thing, but most of it is just people asking if I can add stuff to the Steam Workshop, which they're not wrong, but all in good time. Do you think Planet Coaster 2 will come? I already responded to that. I said, yes, I do. I don't know if this is a negative one, but it was on a Planet Zoo video where I said, will Planet Zoo come to console? I don't know if this was meant to be negative, but it said, you keep copying someone. Wonder who that is. Apparently I'm copying someone. I messaged back saying, I guess you need to tell me who, because I have no idea who I'm copying. This video is over 2 years old. You know? And they just messaged that a few weeks ago. So I'm just like, apparently I'm copying someone. I've had that issue before where I've gotten blamed for copying someone, a video, just like a tutorial, and such, and they got upset because they thought that I copied them, and they got mad because I got a few more views than them. So, and I'm just like, why am I not allowed to make my own version of the tutorial? It's not like I'm taking your content and literally taking your footage of your content and using it. Like I think it's great if there's more tutorials of a subject. Like that way that gets it while we're out there. At the time, there wasn't that many tutorials on how to, it was just to do a mod, and there wasn't that many tutorials out there. And And the funny thing is, it was at a time where I was scheduling videos. I was pumping out videos at the time a lot, and I had videos scheduled, and mine was actually, I posted that video before the said video was even posted. So like they thought I was copying them, but on their tutorial, like I copied like their idea of doing a tutorial on how to install the mod, even though I'd been getting questions on how to do it in every video, so I figured I'd make my own video for it. But I posted mine, and it was scheduled to come out 2 days later. They posted theirs the next day, after I had already uploaded it. So it wasn't public yet, but it had already been uploaded. And they got upset because they thought I copied their tutorial idea, and I ended up getting not that many more views. I think maybe I did, I don't know. But they got upset with that, so. And I just don't, I messaged them directly, and I'm not pointing out fingers of who it was. Some of you might know who it was, and everything, but my intention was not to have any beef with anybody, and I was just like, hey man, it was a complete coincidence. Like, I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm like, my intentions was not to copy anybody. I'm just making a tutorial, so this tutorial's out there for everyone, and I think it's great. Like, it's almost makes me feel like saying like, okay, this person did a Planet Coaster series on doing a Western park. So if I started a coaster theme park series doing a Planet Coaster park Western theming and stuff, like it's like, are you gonna get mad at me for doing that? Like, it just didn't make sense to me, and I brushed it off. I was cool with it. I didn't argue. I didn't want to debate too long. I was just saying, I'm just letting you know that was a coincidence, and I had no intention of it being copying or anything like that. I'm sorry that happened. I ended up apologizing anyways, even though I didn't feel like I needed to, but I did it anyways because I didn't want there to be any unnecessary. I mean, we're cool and all, like, and everything as far as I know, but I had some of his viewers and fans come into mind saying, like, oh, he doesn't like you and he's mad that you did this, and that I didn't even know anything about it. I didn't even know he was upset about something until someone said that, and I was just like, well, I didn't do anything to him. I haven't mentioned him in anything or anything, so. Anyways, I'm not going to go into too far into that because I'm not going to go into that of who that was and stuff, and because I still think he's a good guy and everything. But sorry, I haven't been reading a lot of messages. I get a little bit. Blatant word for word copying is bad, sure, but I hate people that think that, yeah, like, that's the thing, like, I don't understand, like, yes, it's the same type of video, it's the same kind of genre, a tutorial on how to do the mod in Planet Coaster and everything. Yeah, it's the same premise, it's the same topic, same subject, but I still did it in my own way, I still did my own tutorial. And just because my video was published a day later after yours does not mean I literally just said, oh, that's a good... I mean, I've done that before, take inspiration from other people's. Like, I've done videos similar to Silverette. I think he did, like, a path smoothing tutorial. I did one as well. And yes, I took inspiration from that idea, but, like, it's not like... I did word for word. I did my own tutorial on it. It's the same topic. It's the same tutorial. It's the same type of tutorial, but it's still my own video. Like, it's not illegal to make your own video on that topic. And that was the main issue. So, I mean, if you want to, I don't think that's copying. I think that's just you're doing your own video on the same topic, basically. And it may be getting, you saw like, oh, they did a tutorial on that. I should do my own tutorial on that. You know, I wanted to spread the knowledge on how to get that mod into Planet Coaster. That's all. Like, and I wouldn't have, like, if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't have thought of anything. Like, I'd just be like, oh, he posted his own tutorial. Like, even if it was the day after, I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have even said anything. I'd just be like, oh, cool. If it got more views, I don't care. Like, more people know how to do the mod. That's all I care about, is that more people know how to get the mod in Planet Coaster, because I think it's the most important mod in the game. So, you'll leave my stream for a minute. Oh, is that coming up? Yeah, we should watch Coaster Gnome's video. I won't put it up on my stream or anything. I'll just react to it. How about that? Like, oh no, you're good, man. I think we all want to see it. So, like, we'll all watch it together. Like, I think I'll even watch it if I'm still live, which I should be. I think we'll all watch it together. Don't think you're stealing viewers or anything. I don't care about that. We're all interested in your video. All of us. Well, I gotta find you real quick, though. Am I subscribed to you? I don't know if I am. Are you the coaster? No. If I'm not subscribed, I need to subscribe, because I'm excited to see more Windleverse stuff. And I know you've been doing some videos. I think I've watched one of them. Yeah, I'm not subscribed. What the heck? What's wrong with me? You got another sub. Link in the Discord. Oh yeah, I could just use the link in the... That is true. I could just use the link in the Discord now, couldn't I? And it's going to be going live at 3, you said, so... I'm going to bring that up. And I want to react to it. Everyone make sure you go... it starts in 25 minutes. We'll make sure we all go to your premiere and everything. I'm excited. I thought I had missed it, and I must have misread that it's actually today, so... Alright. Sweet. I can't wait. I'm excited, because this is the stuff I was excited for, is for you guys to do stuff like this. Like, make your own content like this for Windleverse and everything. It's less about me, and it's more about your guys' parks and stuff. Of course, I'll have my own chain and everything, but... I want to see what you guys do and have our own awesome interactive world. That's what it's about. It's about us, the community, to make some really cool stuff. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm going to have it up so I don't miss it. All right, someone liked the comment that I said. I need to make sure I just... I should just pin that comment. I don't know if I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. If I just pin that comment, so it's the first comment they see, that, hey guys, if you can't change your coaster cars, because I'm not sure if I said it in the tutorial. I always do that. Like, when I'm in a tutorial, I always forget. Thoughts on the thumbnail? I'm excited. It gets me excited. It looks awesome. I love the thumbnail. Absolutely love it. So, you still got some time, guys, but in 23 minutes, we're going to check out Coaster Gnome's Timberline Ski Resort promo, 1967. Whew. I'm excited. Hashtag Windleverse, hashtag Planet Coaster. I hope Windleverse gets huge. At the same time, I hope it does, but at the same time, I'm scared that I won't be able to keep up with it, because there's going to be so many players in there. That's why I was thinking about, at first, we might have to get to a point where we just limit how many CEOs there are and how many park chains there are. There's so much more than just the park chains, though. So, like, we can easily do, there's so many different roles. That's why we have multiple roles. People will be able to join the server no matter what, but if you want to have your own coaster chain and everything, or coaster chain, theme park chain and everything, it's a little bit big of a process. That's probably the biggest role, the most challenging role, is going to be a CEO of your own theme park chain. And I kind of like create fictional characters. I'm not actually in mine. Like, as far as I know, I didn't create myself. Like, I have my own founder that I created. I might make a fictional character that's a CEO, stuff like that. later on with mine. Just create some really cool storylines, which is going to be cool. Do I have future plans for your parks? I think I have an idea of my second park. It's way down the line, but I think I have a location for it. Potentially. Thinking about locations, but I'm going to take it one little step at a time. I kind of want to focus on one park because I feel like once you get a chain of parks, it could be a bit too, it could be a lot. And I think the cool thing is, can I be a CEO? Of course you can. Of course you can. You can do fictional characters or you can do yourself. You really can. It doesn't matter. Like, create some storylines as long as we don't alter anything in the past. As long as it doesn't change anything. So, for instance, I think I can use my wood coaster as an example. It broke the record for tallest coaster in the world, I think. But it gets broken the very next season by a real life coaster. So like you can break those records, but just make sure you don't break the coaster that broke that record next. So like, say if I have the tallest coaster, this park had the tallest coaster, but the next ride in real life that broke that record was like 3 years down the line. You can go in the middle there, but just make sure you don't go taller than the one that claimed that record, if that makes sense. At some point, those coasters have to have that record. So, for instance, the tallest coaster was built a year before me, was the tallest. Mine's taller than that. And then there's one that opens the following year that breaks both records. If that kind of makes sense. So that's how we're gonna go about it. It can be intertwined with real history as long as you don't like say like time travel and change the way history happened, if that makes sense. Like say if he was a partner with Walt Disney or something like that. Like that's fine as long as nothing changes the course of time or anything like that. Say like, he took over for Walt Disney, was the CEO of these parks or something. He never was, so you know what I mean. So you can be intertwined with real history. That's totally fine, and that's awesome. Just make sure you don't like change the course of history. We don't want any paradoxes here, okay? I've watched too much Doctor Who, so actually I haven't watched Doctor Who since Matt Smith was the Doctor. I think I watched one episode with Peter Capaldi, and that was it. At least we haven't had any interruptions. How long have we gone? I think the longest we've gone is like just under 20 minutes before interruptions, and it's been 23 minutes now. So, like I said, we sacrificed some quality, but at least we won't get interrupted and everything. So, I just want to... Oh, I'm so excited for Coaster Gnome's video. About how long is it, Coaster Gnome, if you don't mind me asking? Or is it a surprise how long it is? We'll have to have it and be able to build realistic parks in order to be a CEO. Basically, yes, like you can have help from people. Like if you're not good at building, but you still want that CEO role, you can still make it work. That's where our coaster manufacturers and designer role comes in. They can go in and design it for you and build it for your park. Obviously, they'll get credit for it. But if you just want to run a park, that kind of makes sense too. So that's why we have these other roles. So there's a lot of collaboration between us. So if I'm a coaster designer and I put out a design that you like or something and you want to buy it from me, that's totally fine. You can buy it from me and we'll put it in your park and stuff after everything gets approved and you get your building permits approved and stuff like that. Because again, you're going to have to do building permits, trademarks. So if you name anything, you'll want to make sure you trademark the name. And there's also going to be a rumor channel as well. So like, this park just trademarked these 3 names, because a lot of parks will do that. They'll trademark multiple names to kind of throw everyone off because they don't want you to know exactly what it's going to be called. But which is pretty cool. So you'll be able to trademark names. You'll have to do construction permits, deconstruction permits. So if you do deconstruct something, you have to do a quick permit for that as well. There'll be park construction permits. So if you're starting a new park, you'll have to get it approved as well. So basically everything, the way it's going to work is you'll build everything first and then go and get it approved. So basically you design whatever it is you're building, get it approved, and then it can get cleared for construction. That way you can actually do some cool construction updates and stuff like that. So you already have built the area, so you've already built everything, but then you can deconstruct it a little bit to make it look like it's under construction, just to give you that realistic vibe. You know, you don't have to do that, but I'm going to be doing that with mine. I think it'll be really, really cool. And what I'll do is I'll save every ride or building and attraction as a blueprint. That way I always have it, the completed version right then and there that I need, and then deconstruct it a little bit and make it look like it's actually a construction site. So you actually have to do real planning, kind of. It's kind of the idea of it. So nice. I already got 15 minutes until this premiere for Coaster Gnome comes across. It's awesome. But man, every time I talk about Wondleverse, it gets me excited and motivated, and I need to keep doing that because I kind of lose motivation when I haven't, discussed it a little bit and everything, or worked on anything in a while, and I kind of just get a little lazy. Sometimes I'll admit it, I get lazy. About 5 minutes. It says 14 for me. It's 2:45. Unless you updated it to Premiere quicker. I'm a-waiting, though. I'm a-waiting. I'm excited. I've seen the video about 20 times. I've done that too. Like, I'll make a video that I'm really proud of, and I'll just watch it over and over and over because I'm excited about it. In fact, I probably need to make another Windleverse, like another Windleverse trailer of some sorts, or do one for my park or something like this for my park. Video's 5 minutes long. Nice. Oh, it's 5 minutes long. That's what you're answering. I'm stupid. I forgot that I asked you how long it was, and hear me thinking like, oh, it premieres in 5 minutes. No, the video's about 5 minutes long. I completely forgot I asked that. But man, yeah, I'm excited. It's not ended up as ambitious. It didn't end up as completely planned as I was thinking about, but I simplified things a little bit to make it a little bit easier. Because again, we're going to be the ones, like the admins are going to be the ones that are going to be going a little crazy with it, so. All right, hey, I got a reply from that person. They said thanks. I'm glad they figured it out. Sweet. Yeah, I need to go back to that video, and actually, while I have some time, I might go to that video and make sure, see if I have it pinned. Some people just don't. Open link in new tab. Let's see if I have that. What can this Planet Coaster mod do? Oh, so this is like what it can do. This isn't even the tutorial. Oh, was this a negative comment? I've had people get mad at me for thanking people at the beginning. Like, I was making sure I gave credit to where I found certain things. Like, I think it was the trick for where you can rotate a grid piece to any in any axis and everything. I'm surprised I don't use that more often, honestly. I probably should, but it's just kind of a lengthy process. It just takes a minute to get working, but it does work. But there was that negative comment saying that got mad that I was thanking so many people for the first minute or so, because it wasn't, I'm not the one that discovered it, so I made sure I gave credit to the one that discovered it, where I found it and all that stuff, and they got mad that I did that. Well, they weren't mad that I thanked them, but they thought it was too long, you know, and I'm just like, well, I don't know what to say, man. Like, you can skip ahead. I like, I'm making sure I'm giving credit to these people, man. Because I wanted to avoid anything from like, oh, you took this from my video, or you took this from this. I even linked like, hey, this is the original video that I found this from. I just wanted to spread the word on how that on this works, you know. So I just wanted to completely avoid any issues like I had last time, because I'm like, yes, I'm not copying the video, but I'm making my own tutorial on it. I want to thank the person that I found it from, you know, and make sure they get credit. So I was extra careful that time, because I was like, I don't want that to happen again. So, because I think I credited the tutorial, and then I credited the person that discovered it. So it was two different people. But someone's just like, they're like, this is a waste of time. You're like 2 minutes of thanking people. Just get to the point. And I'm just like, yeah, but they need to be shouted out for finding this, you know. Anyways. Oh, apparently I let them down. Anyone else? So I have this, what can this Planet Coaster mod do? And basically I was showing what the mod can do. Not the tutorial of how to make it happen, but what this mod is capable of and what you can do with the mod. And they said, anyone else just waiting anxiously the whole video to see the thumbnail, which it was in the video. And it was all excited when he brought out the raft ride, just to get let down again, and then thought at the end, this is it, then nothing again. And then someone replied, what? Like, what? My thoughts exactly as well. Like, I have no idea what they were trying to say there. I mean, I showed what the thumbnail, on the thumbnail it had a raft ride doing literally a barrel roll, basically. I mean, I don't know what excitement you were trying to see there. I think they wanted me to run it, and I don't think I ran the ride or something like that. So I'm like, I don't know. They seemed upset that I didn't run the ride. I only did the track and everything, and didn't run the ride with it like that. And I'm like, it's not that exciting. I mean, it's not gonna fall off or anything like it would in real life. It just stays put. But woo, 10 minutes. Let's go. I don't know. I like looking at negative comments, or at least funny negative comments. People just complaining about funny stuff. There's the coaster trains. I think I'm gonna, actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and pin a comment saying, hey guys, if you have the mod and notice you can't change the cars with everything, make sure you go. I'm trying to save myself from having to comment on everybody that has that same question, because they seem to do it a lot on this video where I didn't pin it. I think I pinned it on the other one. Go to your, I mean, I always had that checked off on mine, because I'm like, I figured everyone else would too, because like, who wouldn't want more interchangeable coaster cars? You know, I've always had that checked no matter what. Make sure you go to your game settings and check allow more interchangeable coaster cars. Otherwise, it won't work. And I'm going to pin it so it's always at the top. There we go. Just trying to make sure like people can get their answer quicker, or as long as they look at the comment section, they'll be able to find it a lot quicker. You know, so I'm just making sure on that. Whoo-hoo-hoo. Do I have audio turned on here? Desktop audio? Yes, I do. I don't know whether or not to have the audio playing at the same time. I'll probably mute it and just kind of react to the video. If that makes sense. Sometimes I've had the same people come on my channel and just like whine and complain how I do my content sometimes. And I'm just like, if it was one comment, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But they usually go to like a lot of my content, most of my videos saying the same thing. And I'm just like, dude, if you don't like my channel, you don't have to watch. Oh yeah, I can hear the audio. I just won't have it playing through the live stream. Mostly because I've gotten like copyright stuff, like where it would catch like if someone uses my videos in their video, it will send a notification to me and automatically catch it like, hey, someone's potentially using your videos in their video, so you can actually copyright claim it. I think it happened once. I didn't do it because it was just a video that was very bad quality. They like screen recorded my video or something and used it, and it only had like 2 views, so I didn't really care. And I'm like, it's not worth the headache to, you know, do a copyright claim on it. And I'm just like, it's whatever. I'm like, and if they give me credit for the footage, I don't really care. Like, hey, this footage is taken from JLW Games. Like, I don't really care. Which I don't think they did, but like, again, it was not a video anyone's watching, so. Ones who react negatively on every video on a channel. Like, yeah, I don't understand why people would do that. Like, if you don't like what they're doing or don't like their style or something, that's totally fine. No big deal. But don't comment on every video. Just stop watching them. You know? I can understand that. Like, there's certain creators, I don't know about creators, but there's certain YouTubers I don't like watching or anything. I'm not going to comment on their videos saying, hey, this sucks. Like, every single video. I don't know why people go out of their way to do that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Comments don't usually get to me. Like, I'm pretty chill with them. Like, if I get a negative comment, I usually laugh at it, and that's about it. And if it's really bad, usually I just delete it. Like, I won't even respond. I'll just delete it. There's no point of even responding to those. Love when you get like, oh yeah, I get ratio and someone comments something like, nobody likes a video made like this. And I'm like, statistics disagree. Right? I'll get like, sometimes I'll get videos that randomly get dislikes immediately. Oh, we got like 2 minutes. Sweet. I'm so excited. Like, I'll get videos just like, I'll post a video and within like a minute, sometimes I'll get a dislike right away. And I'm just like, I feel like there's someone just waiting for me to post and they try to dislike all my videos. Like, what's the point of that? You can't even see dislikes anymore on YouTube. Like, only the creator can see the dislikes. They removed that where you can't even see the dislikes on videos anymore. You can only see the likes. Which I kind of understand from a certain standpoint, but at the same time, it kind of lets you know if this content is the content you're looking for sometimes. So like if you're watching a tutorial or something, you can tell if it's a bad tutorial. But they also did it because I guess a lot of YouTubers were getting like bullied or something, and there'd be swarms of people trying to, I don't know exactly what it was, but there's one creator that drives me crazy. He works at Silver Dollar City on Outlaw Run. He plays this annoying game called Planet Coaster, and it's the worst part. He won't play Sea of Thieves. See, that's pretty accurate, Silas. Good job. See, you could be doing that on every single one of my videos. Just kidding. No, you're not kidding. You want me to play you're mad that I don't play Sea of Thieves. You're not kidding about that part. I can tell you that much. All right, Premiere's about to start. Everyone head over to Coaster Gnome's channel or to his video. Let me see if actually if I can link it for you guys real quick. If I'm quick. I don't want to miss it. YouTube. I'm trying to get it to you guys. Hold on. Don't play my audio. There it is. And in case you guys haven't gotten there yet. I'm excited. Premiere will begin shortly. Yeah, click on that link, guys, and we can all watch it together. So I'm going to be reacting to it, so if you guys want to see what I'm reacting to at the same time. Yee. Let's go. Oh, I have it muted. I don't want it muted. Yeah, it has this little weird countdown. Some of them are really cringy. I love premieres. I love that you can do premieres on YouTube. It's really cool. Yeah, if you guys, we're about to kind of react to Coaster Gnome's premiere that he's having for Windleverse, so click that link that we just sent up above if you haven't already, and go check out. And we're going to be reacting to it. If you're able to, you can have both of our streams up so you can see my reaction at the same time. Alright, I'm going to go full screen here. Full immersion. So many numbers. I know you can choose like how large the countdown is. I usually do no more than like a minute, or the lowest. I always do the lowest one because I'm like, it takes forever sometimes. I don't know what you did, Coaster Gnome, but it's probably, you probably did like the 2-minute one. I think the 2-minute one's the lowest one. If you didn't look at it at all, I think it's like, I forgot what the default one is. I think it's like 5. Maybe not 5. Might not be 5. But it's got like a countdown. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's go. Love the logo intro. Nice. Oh, the classic film. He even got a countdown here too. The classic film countdown. Beautiful. Oh, I love the footage. It's so cool. I love snowboarding on mountains, by the way. This feels so legit. I love it. I want to talk, but like I'm so intrigued. I'm like so I don't want to miss anything. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I can't imagine how much effort just went into that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, this is the stuff I want to see. This is the stuff, like, when I imagine Wendleverse, this is the kind of stuff I wanted to see people make, with stuff like this. Incredible, Coaster Gnome. You did such a good job on that. Like, it felt like legitimately I was watching like something classic. I love the voice too. The voice was perfect. I'd imagine you had fun writing that. Probably had fun writing a script for that and everything. Like, I feel like you've put more effort into that stuff than I have so far on mine. I don't have like a super incredible story or like a huge storyline for my park. Too much. I mean, there'll be a little bit. There's a little bit of a story, but like, there's nothing like insanely incredible. Like, it's like, for my story is basically George Wind is the founder of Windland Entertainment, and he's always wanted to build. He's always been this. He's always had high ambitions and always had like this dream of creating an incredible theme park for everyone. And he grew up in Jackson, Mississippi. So he always dreamed of like creating his own park there. So, and he fulfilled that destiny, as you will say, and ended up building it. So, and that's Gold Rock Park. So. Felt like an advertisement that Bright Suns Films would feature on one of his videos on an abandoned park. Yes, it was really awesome, and like it fits the times really well, and it feels vintage. Everything went well together, and it was just an incredible work. Like, I thought it turned out great. I'll definitely be watching it a few times. Because there's a lot of story to be told there, and a lot of story to be told in the future with this as well. And this is the exact thing I want to see. When I come out there, do you want to go to a baseball game? I mean, I've never been into baseball, but oh yeah, it would be in June, so I don't think a Chiefs game would be an option. I would totally go to a Chiefs game, like, no question. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know about baseball. Like, what baseball game are we talking about? The Springfield Cardinals? That's the only one I can think of. Which I don't even know what league that is. If it is much of a league. I don't know if I've ever been to a baseball game. I never thought baseball was super entertaining to watch, so personally, but I mean, I love playing baseball. Like, playing it's fun, but watching it, I've never been a big fan of. So, if I'm gonna be completely honest, the good thing is we still haven't had any interruptions in almost an hour. Yeah, I know about the KC Royals, and then we have the St. Louis Cardinals too, but there's a team called the Springfield Cardinals up in Springfield. I don't know what kind of league it is, but hard double A. I don't know what that means, so I don't know what double A means. I'd imagine they're not. Maybe they're like a semi-pro team or something like that. Something along the lines. I have no clue. No interruptions. Again, we had to sacrifice a little bit of quality, but that's all right. I still can't believe I'm streaming off of literally my mobile hotspot data. I wasn't expecting that to work at all, actually. Minor league, okay. Yeah, I know nothing about baseball in any way, so thanks for clearing that up. Minor league. So is it not considered professional? So it's a minor league team and the St. Louis Cardinals organization. Okay. Yeah, that's the only one that I know that's like super nearby me. Like it's like a 35, 40-minute drive from my house, but nice. I mean, I guess I'd be down to go to one as long as it doesn't cost too much, I guess. Thanks, XFL, AFL, etc. Gotcha. So it's kind of like they are professional, but they're not in like the obviously Major League Baseball. So I do like the XFL. I've been enjoying it. It's like my team's the Battlehawks, St. Louis Battlehawks. I haven't caught too many games though. I've only watched like 2 games this season so far. Just cool to see some football during the NFL offseason, you know. Major league team owns them. Okay. A few minor league teams, and that's where they farm new players from each. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the major league teams own the minor league teams, and they're kind of like in their own little minor league. I see now. I see. SDC sells customized baseball bats. They do. They do indeed sell those. Gotcha. Like I said, I enjoy playing baseball. But I've never been a big fan of watching it, but maybe it could change my mind if I went to a game. So the Kansas City Royals, the closest, either them or St. Louis. I don't know which one's closer, Kansas City or St. Louis. They're kind of close to the same distance. It's kind of hard to tell which one's closer. I think St. Louis is slightly closer, but I'm not entirely sure. Let me bring up the Google Maps and directions here and see what's closer, Kansas City or St. Louis. Google Maps. And then maybe I can get an answer of who's closer. Let's go St. Louis. Not from where I'm at, though. I don't want you to go to where I'm at. Directions. Starting point will be my home. There's my home. All right, so St. Louis from my place is, oh gosh, it's a lot longer than I thought. 3 hours and 48 minutes. Okay, and then Kansas City is 3 hours and 42 minutes. So, like, they're basically the same, with Kansas City being closer by 6 minutes. Yeah, basically we're in the same thing. They're basically about the same. Only a few minutes apart, but I guess technically Kansas City is slightly closer. Because I guess that does make sense, because Kansas City is like basically straight north. St. Louis, we have to go slightly east, because Branson's more on the west side of Missouri, so same as Kansas City. So, I mean, it really isn't that much closer, but like I said, like a 6-minute difference. I asked Derek if I could play in his softball league when I go out, and he said I have to live there in order to. You can just say you live here. Just say you moved, and then when you leave, you can just be like, oh, it's not for me. I don't know. St. Louis is slightly closer to Branson, maybe by mileage, but it looks like Kansas City's a quicker drive. Maybe, I don't know. Think of it this way. Would you rather watch a bad team or a good team? I guess a good team. Everyone always seems kind of split when it comes to Missouri. It's either the Royals or the Cardinals, and I've never really preferred one or the other, honestly. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the Royals are right by the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are my favorite sports team, so I don't know. Like, that's not really a fair way to determine your favorite team, I guess, but most people go with the team that's nearest to them, and I guess the Royals would be a little bit closer, but I don't like completely going off of that. Like, yes, I live in Missouri, and yes, Kansas City Chiefs are my favorite team, but even when the St. Louis Rams are there, I always chose Kansas City Chiefs first. They've always been my favorite. And not just because they're in Missouri, I literally just love the team. I've always loved the team, so. If I would have grown up somewhere else, maybe it may have been different, but I don't know. Something about Kansas City, I just love the Chiefs so much. They just seem like a good organization, great organization. Not just because they're winning right now. I was there when they were losing, so. Wins Legends RC. Well, I don't have my Switch with me, so not anytime soon. I'm in Kansas, man. I mean, I guess I could go buy one real quick at Walmart. I don't know. They even have PS5s at this Kansas Walmart. PlayStation, like, next-gen consoles, as long as you have the funds, like, there's no reason not to have one right now. I know, obviously, not everyone has the funds, but. So, yeah, I couldn't even name all the baseball teams, honestly. I really couldn't. I could name a few, but, like, I don't even know how many teams there are. How many MLB teams are there? How many MLB teams are there? 30. Okay. There are 30 teams. National League and American League, so sounds like, you know, kind of like the AFC, NFC, and NFL. There's one in Canada. Okay. Baseball. Because my grandfather is. Gotcha. Would you consider finishing Red Dead Redemption 2 through streams? I'd probably start it from the beginning because it's been so long since I played it. I don't really remember anything from the beginning. So I could potentially start up if I can get it started and going again. Maybe. Like I said, I started it, but like I never got it, or I didn't finish it on the channel because there was very little interest. It might have more interest now though, at this point, because I'm finally starting to branch out a little bit from Planet Coaster, which is nice, and they're actually starting to get almost everything I do is starting to at least get some sort of views. Like for instance, Hogwarts Legacy, I think the first episode has like 600 or 700 views now, so that's pretty awesome. Beforehand, like games that weren't Planet Coaster would get like not even 10 views per episode, and it wasn't worth putting all that together. Live stream is a little bit different because if I live stream it, at least I don't have to worry about editing and stuff. So if I did anything, I'd probably live stream it. Where am I right now? I'm in Ellenwood, Kansas. Very small town. It's where my dad grew up. So a lot of my family grew up here, and then most of them moved to Branson, and then that's when I was born. So I'd say most of my family comes from Kansas. But a lot of my family moved to Branson when my parents moved to Branson, and then that's when they had me, and I've been there ever since, so. But someone answered 30 for me already. Nice. Gosh dang. I'm getting behind again. Did you see the Tears of the Kingdom gameplay video today? I have not, actually. I probably should, though. So excited for Totke. Tears of the Kingdom. Looks amazing. Kind of let me down. Don't know what I was expecting, but it looks to be the same map, so less new stuff to see. I guess we'll see. Oh, it's not. Okay. Ah. YouTube keeps recommending me vintage skiing videos. Nice. I'm sure you looked up your fair share. I do love snowboarding in the mountains. I've never skied. I've always snowboarded, but I've gone snowboarding in Denver, around the Denver area before. That was awesome. I've also been snowboarding in Nevada before. And like on the very edge of California. I guess we technically went over the state line, but Red Dead Redemption 2 because of all the footage I needed to get. Right, because all the footage you needed. I think I'm almost caught up. Rather see me stream it and then play Sea of Thieves. Who cares about Red Dead? I mean, Red Dead's a great game. I just never played it, or I played it for when it first came out. I played it a lot of it actually, but then I just kind of fizzled out and just stopped playing it. So, for some reason. Why did I go to Kansas? I'm only here for a few weeks to take care of my dad, who just had a major surgery. He moved back up here, and he had a major surgery scheduled, and I had to come out and just kind of care for him until he gets back on his feet. And surgery went really well. We're at the tail end now, so I got to take him to a few more doctor's appointments, and as long as he's doing good after that, then I'll be able to come back home and get back to work at Sword Dollar City. So. But everything's going good so far, thankfully. So no major hiccups or anything. So Yep, that's why I'm out here. I would probably never live out here because it's just so boring. So boring. Like I'm hating it so much. um, and he lives in like such a small little town and everything. And this town is tiny. It's really tiny, and it's pretty charming, but it's really tiny, and there's just nothing to do. Like there's no entertainment here. Like I said, I got stoked. We were in Great Bend earlier because you have to go to Great Bend if you want to go to like Walmart, which is it's probably about 20 minutes down the road. Maybe not even that, but maybe 15-20 minute drive to Walmart. But but I saw a bowling alley and I got excited. I was like, "There's something here. There's an attraction of some sort." A bowling alley. Wow. It got me a little excited because I'm like, maybe I can go bowling. I actually do love bowling. Bowling's fun. I'm gonna play Red Dead at some point, but it doesn't look like the greatest game ever. I haven't played the first one at all. I've only played Red Dead 2 when it first came out, and I think Red Dead 2 is actually a prequel, so I guess it kind of works. For sure, the reason you went is the only good reason. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a small town. Like I said, it's pretty charming and everything. There's just nothing to do here. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with small towns or anything. Like, I actually prefer smaller places to live because I don't know if I would ever want to live in a big city. If I did, I would definitely want to be definitely a little bit on the outskirts of it. I just don't like the traffic, and I don't like people, I guess you could say. Too many people. I'm very antisocial. Like, the most social I get is literally when I stream and everything. I like, besides that, if I see people, I'm like, ew, people. You know? Not you guys, though. You guys are the good people. I know, Silas, you keep raving about Red Dead 2. Part of Kansas is stupid. Eastern Kansas isn't so bad, though. Much past Wichita. Yeah, we're just a little bit past Wichita. And a lot of his doctor's appointments are in Wichita, and we're about 2 hours away from Wichita, so I have to drive him 2 hours to get there, go to a doctor's appointment for like 10 minutes, and then drive him back. It's the worst thing ever. It makes for a long day. Yes, Coaster Gnome's Windleverse video is very good. I might actually give it a shout out on my channel and everything too. It's like, hey guys, check this out because this is really good. Dog's the mayor. Tennessee River. Can't wait to drive through the entire length of Kansas in May. Oh boy. Dude, this drive sucks. It's about a 6-hour drive to get here. And it is one of the most boring drives there is. I'm on the same road for like nearly 200 miles, and it's just a long, straight, flat road. No curves. Once in a while you get a little tiny curve, but nothing major, and it's just, you're looking miles and miles ahead, and you can't see anything. It's just a road that goes on forever. It's pretty bad. And then you're in the middle of nowhere too, so there's no gas stations. There's nothing on that road for like ever, unless of course you exit, which there's not many exits. It's just the worst thing. How far am I from Dodge City? I don't think I'm that close. I think at least 3-4 hours away, something like that. City Skylines 2, I didn't even hear about City Skylines 2. I'm definitely interested now. I didn't know they were coming out with a sequel. I will probably definitely check it out for sure. So yeah, I'd say I'd probably be playing it. Do you know when it comes out? Does it have a release date yet? Took me 15 hours to get to your place. I mean, fair enough, but like, you didn't have to drive through Kansas. I once drove to Orlando. That's a 17-hour drive from where I live. That was a pretty rough drive. It's a long one, but it was still worth it. We had our car while we were there too, so it was nice. But that's kind of like I got this. I got a credit card where I can earn rewards and we can get free flights if we use it enough. And that when we went to California here not too long ago, that's what we used was our miles that we earned from that, and we were able to get our flights for free. And it actually slightly paid for our rental car while we were out there too. Pretty cool. Drive from Kansas City to Los Angeles every week. Ooh, that's a lengthy drive. Oh my gosh. Whoo. 2023 release, no date, so March 2024 probably. City Skylines gets a sequel before Planet Coaster. You played City Skylines, but not Legends RC. I haven't really played Legends RC, so again, it was one of those series that didn't do well on the channel, so it just kind of fizzled out. I don't look at the Discord channels, or either that or I skimmed through it and didn't see it. That's probably what happened. If that makes sense. No one likes Kansas. Just kidding. Everyone here a mod but me. Yeah, well, I mean, Cowgirls Moo's not, yeah. I was like, most of my viewers are mods, so I chilled out a little bit on giving out mods since we have so many now, and my mods are the people that are usually always at my streams, so most of the time, like 90% of the time, they're usually there. So. Do you think Hogwarts Hogwarts Legacy? I don't think it was overrated, but I don't think it was it wasn't perfect, of course, but I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was such a good game. I'm still playing it, by the way, so I still play it. Ah, you're a truck driver, I see. I'd imagine that pays pretty good, doesn't it? I'd imagine. 90% of the time, this man doesn't stream, though. Well, when you see my circumstances right now, of course. I attempted today, even though it's not the best quality. I'm still here. Should have made it like Red Dead, where you can kill everyone you want. Well, I can understand why they didn't do that, but Silas, do we need to have a talk here? Do you need to get some help? See, it ended up being more of a story-based game, which is totally fine. I wish there was just some more possibilities of different outcomes. It didn't seem like there was a whole lot of outcomes, which I was kind of hoping for, or a lot of people said there should have been like more of a morality system and stuff, just a little bit, because it doesn't seem like your choices made too much of a change anything. Very well compensated, yes. Nice. At least that's good, though. That is good. Ever since you stopped playing Sea of Thieves, I'm slowly becoming. I have to be in a specific mood to really play Sea of Thieves, honestly. Like, and it doesn't happen very often. I like the game, I really do, but just something doesn't bring me back that often. But sometimes I do get in the mood to play it, and and I have to be in that mood. My gosh, my stand cannot stay on. I literally am using a stool because there's literally nothing else I can clamp this onto. But I'm using the desk as extra support and it's still slouching over. Come on, man. Do I have to be in a specific mood to play Red Dead 2? Well, I just haven't played it in a long time, so. Is Wendleverse dead? No, it's not dead. It's just we're lazy. That's all. I'll admit it, we're lazy sometimes. It's some work. I mean, I've been talking about it for a lot of the streams, so I hope it's not dead. Like, legitimately dead. We've kind of been in the mood to play Sea of Thieves. Would you drive through Kansas to Los Angeles every week for less than 6 figures? I didn't think so. Absolutely not. I think if that's what I would make, I would think I would do it too. If I made less than that, yeah, probably not. I figured. I knew truck drivers made a decent amount, so. Better than what I make as a ride operator. I got one of those jobs that you get, like, literally, like, as your first job. And in fact, it is my first job, and I'm still there. You're counting the days of how many times you've been in the mood for Sea of Thieves. I knew this would happen. My throat's starting to get sore because I've been talking so much, and I usually don't talk that much. My throat's not used to me talking this much. So. Woohoo! Sometimes I wish I wasn't still there. Starting out, you'll make 30K, so your first year. Getting into experience gets you into the better paying stuff. Gotcha. 30K is how much I make an entire year myself, so. Need some more ride-op stories. I agree, too. More ride-op stories. Stuff that I can go over with, maybe. Been keeping track of the days. It's been 180 since we played. Jess did not come to me, no. She stayed at home. Jess doesn't do well with, like, hospitals and stuff and doctors and everything, so. Plus, we have 5 cats she has to take care of at home. Couldn't drive a semi truck. I can barely drive a car. 30K to never see your family is pretty steep price for most people. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have that much family anymore, so at least that I spend with. I see my dad once in a while, but that's about it. And then my stepdad lives lives in the same neighborhood as me, but we're gonna do no, I'm not gonna rant about work. I'm actually pretty excited for this season. So my team's been doing pretty good though. My supervisor's been sending me updates and stuff, and we're ahead of last year so far, so that's a good thing. Trending upward. Our capacity's gotten better than last season at this point. I mean, we've just started, but I'm looking rather fluffy. What's that supposed to mean? I hope you're talking about my hair. You better be talking about my hair, Jess. Keep trying to recruit me to SDC, but I think if I made 20k less than I do now, I don't know if it's 20k less, but it'd be good less. It would be a little bit less, but oh. Okay, it better be the hair. Of course, Dad does leave a lot of food around this house. You'll never go hungry here, that's for sure. He made sure of that. I think I might be making some spaghetti in the next night or two. I forgot what night we decided. Maybe making some spaghetti. It's like we literally went grocery shopping, and he was like, "We need this." It's like, "We need more bacon bits," and I was like, "We still have another package left, and we haven't even finished this package, and we still have another package after that." And he went and grabbed 2 more. And I'm just like, he always makes sure he doesn't run out of stuff, which I guess is good, but like still, it's like we already have like a ton. He's like, "We need soda," and I'm like, "There's so much soda already in there." Spaghetti isn't good. Well, you take that back. You take that back, Silas. Spaghetti is your favorite food. It is the best thing ever. You take that back. Yeah, bacon bits. Well, we won't run out of bacon bits. What do you mean, ew, spaghetti? Ew? Ew? You haven't had my spaghetti. You haven't had my spaghetti. If you do it right, spaghetti's incredible. Did you end up 100%? I haven't 100%ed it yet, no. I probably will stream it again. I just got to get back home first. I mean, I could try and stream it now, but it would be on my PC and it would be a different save. Gosh dang it, this microphone stand. I'm about ready to give up and just hold my microphone. Stay put. Stop moving. Alright. I'm going to move it once, and I'm not going to touch it again. Because if I touch it again, it's going to mess up. I just have a habit of... I always fidget with stuff, so, like, I can't sit still. I always have that issue. Like, I can't sit still. I have to fidget with something. And I do it without even knowing. Put the bacon bits on the spaghetti. Spaghetti is legendary. See? Variety gets it. See, if you had my spaghetti, you'd change your mind about spaghetti. Yeah, you all are eating the wrong spaghetti. You're probably just eating like microwavable spaghetti or something. I get another 10 Mr. Beast chocolate bars. Snail. What? That does not sound good at all. Calamari. I don't think I've had calamari before. Maybe it's just the intimidation of how it looks. Maybe, I don't know. I tried a little bit of... While we were in California, I tried some new stuff. I still didn't like it that well. Because we went to like this... I don't know if Jess is still here, but we went to like this sushi place and everything. God, gosh, it was overpriced. I wouldn't, no, maybe not overpriced, but like it was expensive. Super expensive. I mean, I don't hate sushi, but I don't like it either, if that makes sense. I gave it a try. I gave it a try, though. Snail Getty. Escargot is what Silas is referring to. My favorite foods ever. Huh. If it's one of your favorite foods ever, you didn't even know the name of it? What's up with that? I thought I had tried it. Did I try it? I don't think I... Yeah, I didn't think I had any. I know... I couldn't remember if I tried any. I don't think I did try any of that. I know it's squid. I knew that. Oh, we went to some really good places in California. That was some of the best food I've had in a while. When me and Jess went to California not too long ago, we had some really good stuff. Good stuff. And then meanwhile, you come to Branson and we have, there's a McDonald's. No. We don't really have much in Branson. Like, I guess like exclusive local stuff. We have a lot of just chain restaurants, and Kelly has the best sushi. Like I said, we went to a sushi place, and again, I guess sushi's just not my thing. Like I can eat it, or a lot of it. Like I don't mind eating it, but like it's just not my thing, I guess. And I gave it a good shot. Yeah, SDC does have good food. I'm sad I have to miss the food trucks. I didn't get to try any of them because obviously I've been gone. Branson has a CC's. It does have a CC's. You're not wrong. I remember when they put that in. You know, what did we forget to do, Fluffy? What did we forget to do? We forgot to look for the secret in it. Now we did forget that. So when you're here, we're gonna go look for it. I did go to an In-N-Out while I was in California, though. It is good. I wish there were more than the secret location in Springfield, because I can't find the secret location. Oh gosh, cinnamon bread! Don't even get me started on cinnamon bread. Cinnamon bread. We do have some food trucks in Branson, and we've had some in SDC for the spring ride days. I don't think they're part of Street Fest, so I think they're going away after once we start. I think the last day's already happened, actually. Rocky Mountain oysters, and I was like, I wonder what that is. They look good, and they looked up what was. Man, just SDC and cinnamon bread. Whew, that's all you need to know. Do you know what the ripoff is with cinnamon bread with employees? Is that we get almost everything, but like two places we get 50% off. We don't get 50% off at Crossroads Pizza. We get 30, and then the Smokehouse we only get 30. The two biggest places, two of the most biggest places. Everything else we get 50% off. I'm not sure about the buffet and stuff, but up top and all that stuff. But everything else we get 50% off. Cinnamon bread we only get 30 because it is listed as merchandise. We only get 30% off of merchandise, but cinnamon bread is considered merchandise. And I'm like, bro, no, that's just an excuse so we don't get 50% off. Gosh, you guys are typing so fast I can't keep up. CC's is garbage. Yeah, Jess doesn't like CC's. I know that. I don't mind CC's. I don't think it's definitely not my favorite pizza place. It's nice for if you want like a cheap like buffet of pizza real quick, like because I get a discount from SDC, I think, at the one in Branson, and I can literally get buffet for like $8 or something like that. So I only go there because it's like cheap. If that makes sense. I don't think it's the worst pizza in the world, but like it's not the best. I'll take your employee discount for cinnamon bread again. Yeah, I'll give you a discount, man. Just go. Gosh dang it, what keeps happening here when I try to scroll through here? I mess everything up. Where was I? Where was I? Happy to live in Cali. There are things I don't like about it, but my family has been here for 5 generations. I just love it mostly. Yeah, I know Jess was, because she was from California originally, so, and she misses it quite a bit. I like California. It's not bad. I've had fun every time I've gone so far. I've only been twice now. It was like $2 for cinnamon bread. I don't think it was that low. It was more like $4 or $5 with my discount for like one thing. Spaghetti is ew. Pizza is I say they're both Get employee discount because your dad works there. Nice. It's kind of weird. The buffet at SDC, and we just didn't. 50% off cinnamon bread would be amazing. It would. It would be, but no, they're merchandise. Like, yes, it's not merchandise. I can't wear cinnamon bread. I'm not going to use cinnamon bread and put it up as a knick-knack or something like that. As an arcade, CC's cheap. You have an arcade when you have kids and you've spent all day walking around SDC. It is nice at the end of the day. Probably, yeah. Favorite pizza place is Papa Murphy's. I think I've had Papa Murphy's before. Pretty sure I have. Might be more of a West Coast thing. Favorite is either Papa Murphy's or Domino's. I don't know if I have a pinpoint of a favorite pizza place, but I've always liked Pizza Hut. Most of the time I've had no problems with Domino's either. Just pizza in general. There's not many pizza places I would hate on, because I just like pizza. No matter the quality. Almost no matter the quality. Pizza's pizza. I mean, my least favorite pizza is probably just like frozen pizza. I mean, even that is still like, it's still pizza. Haven't had Pizza Hut in so long. We have one in Great Bend. I was just like, oh, maybe I should get some pizza before I leave. Maybe that's something I can do. Go get some pizza. Of course, there's not real big point of eating out, because we have so much food here. So in the cinnamon bread and instruments, it can be if you do it right. Pizza around here is closed. We have one in we have a few in Branson actually. We have there's one in Branson Hills. It's also a wing street, and then there used to be one on the Strip, but it got damaged from the tornado back in 2011, 2012, whenever that tornado was, and they ended up tearing it down. And then there's one in Branson West, so near SDC. And then I thought there was another one. Maybe there's not. I think that might be the only two that's near me. Love that episode. Ring Spring Pizza is really good. Oh, Reed Springs Pizza Company. I don't know if I've had that one yet. I've heard about it, but I've never actually had it, I don't think. Maybe I should try it. A small mountain town in the mountains of Southern Cal has no chains, and local pizza shops are really good, but also really expensive. Could be worth it as long as it's good, you know. Basically, cinnamon bread can be anything, even a PC, if you imagine. If your imagination is good enough, yes, it can be. Cinnamon bread girlfriend. Definitely not date cinnamon bread. I love it, but I mean, I love to eat it. Build a PC completely out of cinnamon bread. It works perfect and works as a snack. So you can make a PC case out of cinnamon bread, and when you're hungry, you can just take a bite out of the case. I've seen cardboard box PC builds. They work. When you don't have money for a case, or you cut back costs and decide, no, I don't need a case. Get a cardboard box. It'll work. Maybe I should build a cardboard box PC. See how well that would go. It'd be perfect. Definitely perfect. Silas, you need a PC? But you need money first. Oh yeah, that's true. You need money. You need money. Everyone needs money. It sucks. You can't do anything without money. It really does suck. Sucks that we have to rely on money so much for anything. Yeah, go with the cardboard option. I'll give you a special discount and I'll build it for you. It might help with the cost. It actually would. It really would. You can't eat cinnamon. Oh my gosh, I would probably cry. Just like that. Like those emojis. I couldn't imagine. They should make a gluten-free cinnamon bread. I don't know how good that would be, but really don't know how good that would be. Well, while we're here, I think we might test out. Should you plan for the 24-hour stream? Who says we're doing a 24-hour stream? Cases are ridiculous these days. They can get pretty pricey, especially for decent ones. I've seen a couple of good ones for a decent amount. So like I think I found one that's like $80-$90, but it also comes with 6 fans, RGB fans. I've used that one a few times. I've used one like that a few times, and pretty good deal when it comes with 6 fans, you know, and they're all RGB. So Jackbox. I don't have Jackbox, but I think Jess says she has it, and she could actually share it with me. However, here's the thing. When I download games, it's going to take a long time with this internet. This internet does not have fast download speeds. It's very, very slow download speeds. It took me probably close to an hour plus just to install Fall Guys, which is only like 5 gigabytes. Somewhere around there. It literally takes almost 10 minutes per gigabyte to download. It's absolutely awful. That's what I have. Oh, what did you have? Oh, okay. Yours came with 5 fans. Gotcha. 4 RGB fans. That's what I try to do when I do look for cases. I try to find one that come with fans with it. Mine has separately bought fans. So my PC, my main PC desktop was a pre-built, but I've replaced everything in it at this point, so it's completely custom at this point. It's a completely custom build by me now. But used to it was a pre-built, and it was right before I started getting into building PCs, and I wish I would have just built mine from the beginning. But mine was a pre-built, and it was a solid PC, but it didn't have any fans in it. And after building PCs and stuff, I just realized, this is not good. This was an awfully built system for the most part when it comes to, airflow. The only fan it had was for the very tiny radiator for the liquid cooler. It had a really tiny, cheap liquid cooler that only had, it was just one of those... Oh, how big was it? 120 millimeter radiators, just with a fan on it. And that was the only fan in the entire system. It was, and you can't do that. I mean, I never had really any overheating issues with it, but it was awful. And I decided to go ahead and buy separate fans. I like my case though. My case is good. Maybe it never overheated because my case does have a good airflow setup. It has a completely mesh front panel and everything, so it didn't have any fans in the front at all. It just had one exhaust fan, which was on the radiator. So there was no like fans bringing in cool air or anything. But I guess if you only had one fan, that's the best to do it. If you start now, you might be able to play COD this week. But then at that point, I'd be coming back pretty soon, shortly after. I'm gonna go for a bit. Might come back. Everyone, yeah, thanks for sharing that, Custardome. It turned out really good. I really liked the video. You did an awesome job with that. Your case has no fans. Oh boy. I mean, it just kind of depends on your specs too. But mine pre-built that I had some good specs on it. Like I forgot what it was. It was a an i9 10 core processor of some sorts. It was an Intel i9 10 core. I don't exactly remember the name of which one it was, but it was a 10 core processor, and then the GPU that it came with was like a 20 something. It was solid, but I replaced it immediately because I had a 1080 Ti that I moved from my previous PC, and I moved it into there. Because it was better than what it had in there. So I put my 1080 Ti in there. So I made kind of a modification from the pre-built because I mainly just wanted everything. I already had a good at the time, you know, my 1080 Ti was the better GPU, so I rolled with that 1080 Ti for a long time. It stood the test of time pretty well, actually. It lasted for a good long time, and it still would work pretty well today. I still have it as a spare just in case, but yeah. And then we had a storm come through, and it completely fried my PC, and I used that as an excuse to upgrade. So my case has no fans. Besides the fans, the CPU, cooler, and graphics card, 7700X and a 3090 Ti. Ooh, I got a 3080 Ti in mine. And I unfortunately bought it when the prices were extremely high. I have a pretty good system though, with a 3080 Ti, and I currently have a Ryzen 9 5900X 12-core processor. And I absolutely love it. 32 gigabytes of RAM, 3600 speed. Oh yeah, it did fry. Was it twice? It fried my motherboard. The first time fried the motherboard, I think it was. Yeah, that's right. It fried my motherboard, so I just replaced it with the same motherboard, and then it fried it again. So the first time I just replaced the motherboard because I didn't want to buy all new parts and stuff, so I just replaced that motherboard and bought the same motherboard. It was an expensive motherboard too, with the CPU. The CPU that I had didn't make it cheap. There wasn't a cheaper motherboard for that CPU. That CPU made that expensive because it was like a $250 motherboard. So $950 from Micro Center. Wow, that's pretty good for a 3090 Ti. Nice. That's impressive. See, like, I wish I had a Micro Center. I want to go to a Micro Center so bad. I've never been to one, but there's not any. I think the nearest one was in, I forgot. I want to say Kansas City, but I can't remember. But I'd love to go to a Micro Center. But that's a really good deal for 3090 Ti. But anyways, but it fried, and then we replaced the motherboard, and then it got fried. That lasted for a little bit, and then it fried again. From another storm, so I was like, I'm not gonna buy this motherboard again. I am going out and upgrading my PC. I'm just gonna upgrade my PC. So I went out and switched from Intel to Ryzen because I was kind of favoring Ryzen at the time, and so I went with a what was my motherboard? I switched from an Intel motherboard to Ryzen to an AM4 motherboard, and I switched it to gosh dang it, it's been a while. What is the name of that motherboard? I can't remember. It's a very popular one. It was a B550. No, not 550. It was the higher end one. I just went all out because I was like, it has the name Hawk in it. I'm pretty sure. Why can't I think of it? I'm really bad with my names right now with PC parts. It's been a while. I'm gonna find it. Motherboard. Tomahawk. That's it. Tomahawk. I'm stupid. It's an X570 Tomahawk. That's what it was. I'm stupid. X570 Tomahawk. And then I put a Ryzen 9 5900X in there. 12-core processor. I was thinking about going 5950X, but I felt like I didn't need that much. But yeah, thank you, Tomahawk. Yep, I figured it out, but Tomahawk, and it was I put a Ryzen 9 5900X 12-core processor. I was gonna go 5950X, but but I decided to just go with the 5900X. I figured it was enough for what I needed, and I was like, I don't need to spend that much on a processor. I want a really good processor because I play Planet Coaster, and Planet Coaster is pretty CPU heavy for the most part, but it gets the job done wonderfully. I absolutely love my CPU. It's been great. And then as for my RAM sticks, I got the gosh dang it, G.Skill. I had always wanted them. And G.Skill Triton Z RGBs, that's what they are. The Triton Z RGBs. I got 3600 speed. I wanted to go 4000, but I had to keep within my budget because I wanted fast VRAM. But I went with 3600 speed Triton Z RGBs. I forgot 4 sticks, 32 gigabytes. I filled all the RAM sticks. I filled them all. So, I don't think it was Neo. I think it was just the normal, not the Neos, but like the full black ones. Because I think the Neos are the silver ones, I think. But I went with the black ones because I was going for a red and black color scheme as well. But of course, there was going to be a lot of RGB in there. And but I went with that because I went ahead. Actually, I didn't upgrade the RAM right away. It was very shortly after. I think I still had my old RAM sticks in there, which was still 32 gigabytes. But I upgraded the RAM shortly after. It was one of my later upgrades because I didn't have to upgrade it right away. I mainly had to change a few things because obviously I'm switching from Intel to Ryzen, so I had to get a new CPU, and that was the main thing I did, was get a new CPU. And then I got I for a while I did keep my 1080 Ti in there because I was planning on upgrading it, but I was gonna upgrade it later because, you know, again, funding and stuff. I just upgraded the things I could at the time. But I started with that, or I kept the 1080 Ti for a short while, just until I could upgrade it. And then I got I kept my SSD, which that's the one upgrade I still need to do. It's like the only thing I haven't upgraded is my SSD, because I have like just a regular SATA SSD that came with the pre-built system, and it's only 500 gigabytes, and then I have like 2 hard drives. I want to get rid of the hard drives and just have nothing but SSD. That's my next upgrade that I want to do, but it's something that's not required right away, so I haven't done it yet. I'd like to get like a 4 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD. Like, it'd be stupid expensive, like hundreds of dollars. But it would be like the final nice upgrade just to have everything on an SSD, and on a very fast SSD. But I kept my hard drive and SSD because I didn't really need to upgrade it at the time, and I still have it. Gonna listen to the song and be right back. All right. But and then I think I had to end up upgrading my power supply. I thought my power supply was still good, but it also got fried, and I didn't realize it at first. So I had to wait another few days to ship a new um, power supply, and I was like, well, I might as well upgrade it too. So I went from 750 watts to 1,000 watts, and that's the current one I have right now. I got a 1,000 watt power supply. I think I had a gold plus uh, rating, so yeah. 80 plus gold. Yeah, 80 plus gold, that's what it is. Rating. I wanted to make sure it had a good efficiency rating. At least 80 plus gold at the least. 1,000 watts, because I was like, man, I'm going to be putting in a new graphics card here pretty soon. So I was like, I might as well upgrade it and make sure I'm good to go. And make sure my power supply is good for a while. So I went ahead and upgraded it since my old one was shot. And then shortly after, I think I got the RGB sticks. I went and got my Trident Z RGBs. 32 gigabytes of RAM. I probably could have went 64 gigabytes, but 32 gigabytes has been plenty for me. I haven't really needed more than that. Maybe I'll upgrade them someday, but right now I've just stuck with 32 gigabytes because I don't think anything I do needs to be more than that. But and then I finally upgraded my GPU and got that 3080 Ti. I got the Zotac. It was a Zotac one. I forgot the name of it fully, but it was well overpriced. I paid way too much for it, and I wish I would have waited a little longer, but I just wanted a new GPU so bad at the time, and I ended up overpaying for it. But, in the end, it will last me for a long time, and I don't need to upgrade it for a long time. So, and it's been a great GPU, so I'm at least happy it's been great for me. And that's about where my the PC is. And of course I did buy those fans as well, and I got a new liquid cooler as well. I got the NZXT liquid cooler, the the one that has it doesn't have the customizable one, but it has the really cool mirror face on it, which is kind of cool, and it has RGB on it. So now I just made everything black and red and black, and that's my PC. It's awesome. And then I shortly I've had this laptop for a little over a year now, I think. So I also bought this laptop, which what I'm using right now. I wanted a decent laptop that could play all my games and stuff while I was like on trips or something. So I could play Planet Coaster, I could play anything I wanted. So I had a budget of like 1,200. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have paid that much, but I think I got a really good deal on this one. Because it's got a Ryzen 9 8-core processor. It's a 5000 series. I don't know exactly which one it is, but it's a Ryzen 9 5000 series. And then it's got an RTX 3060 in it as well. A laptop version of an RTX 3060. 16 gigabytes of RAM. I would always prefer 32, but 16 is enough for a laptop for what I do. And then I had a terabyte SSD as well. And this little laptop is incredible. I absolutely love it. It does everything I need it to do, and it's absolutely awesome. I love this laptop. It's what is the name of it? It's a ROG Zephyrus 14, something like that. But it's a really good laptop. Again, I got it for about 1,200. It is usually listed for between $1,800 and $2,000, but I found it it was on sale for like $1,300 or $1,400, and then I went with an open box option, which took off another $100, and it was still brand new. It just the box had been opened, so I saved $100 on an open box, and it was in perfect condition too. So. I ended up getting it for $1,200, RTX 3060 and everything. It's Ryzen 9 8-core processor. It's an incredible little laptop, and I haven't had any issues with it. And it's ran everything really well. And now I can see that it can actually do some light streaming on it too. So. Universal Hollywood's testing coaster noises, screams, audio where rumored Fast and Furious coaster is going. I think I heard something about a Fast and Furious coaster. Don't get noise complaints. Interesting. But yeah, and now I'm basically almost broke, so if I wouldn't have bought all that stuff, maybe I'd have some money right now. Well, I mean, I'm not like broke, but I can't be spending too much money right now because I just went through the off season and now I'm doing this and I'm not working right now, so I'm still not getting an income. So I'm ready to get back to work and get and work on that. So I've always been pretty good at managing money for the most part. So I've never had any issues where I've had been living paycheck to paycheck, thankfully. But man, I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try and launch Planet Coaster and see if how well a stream of Planet Coaster would be. Hopefully it doesn't die on me, but we can try. I just want to try it, you know? We're just gonna try. Planet Coaster. Again, I'm so used to having multiple monitors, so let's see how this works. I'm gonna have to somehow bring up OBS so I can bring the game up for you guys. So I'm gonna have to go like window borderless mode. Watch the stream crash. Probably. Not gonna lie. Probably will happen. If I was using the Wi-Fi, I probably would. Like I said, the quality is probably not gonna be great, but at least I won't get interrupted and the stream die on me. Because again, that Wi-Fi is just so spotty, it kind of sucks. It's weird because like it doesn't completely disconnect from the internet. You're still online, but like it won't load anything for a few minutes. Like that's what it does. So like obviously it doesn't work for streaming very well. Yeah, I'm using OBS. Obs. How's it pronounced? Obs or Obs? Well, the stream's still going fine and the game is loading. So hopefully that's a good sign. Since I haven't tried streaming with also running multiple stuff like OBS and a game, so I'm hoping that 16 gigabytes of RAM doesn't hold us back too much. Okay, game. Wait, no, graphics. Full screen, we'll go to borderless. That way we can still exit. The only way I can do that though is literally go. I can't use my Windows key. I have to Control Alt Delete just to even get out of the game. OBS. There we go. I can see OBS now. Let's add a game capture real quick. Game capture. And I literally just installed OBS right before this stream too, so capture any full screens. I always do specific window. We'll go Planet Coaster. Hey, there it is. And then if I put myself up here, we can go just like that. SDC recreation would take forever, but thankfully because of the cloud, I have access to all my parks. So we can literally go into anything and work on anything right now. So if I wanted to go to SDC, we could. It might take a little bit to load, but how's the gameplay look? Does it look okay? It's probably still kind of pixelated, but you all want SDC, don't you? Ha 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 ha. It looks like it's working though. Like I said, the quality might be kind of bleh, but Windleverse. I probably should work on the Windleverse park. I need to make sure that park's done. Oh, do you guys want to see my SDC test? It probably won't work because I don't think I have those images and custom images in there. Actually wouldn't work. I was doing a test using a floor plan on SDC. A lot of people thought I was starting from scratch again. I was just kind of testing it out because I haven't used floor plans very often, but no, the real one's right here. It won't have any of the custom audio though. That's all going to be missing because I don't have the files on my laptop. I don't think. I don't think I transferred any of them over. I probably should, but thanks to the cloud save, we have everything. We do have everything. Bum 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 bum. There's Gold Rock Park. There it is. Again, my custom images probably wouldn't load up, but I'm always scared to like do this because I always like have the fear that the cloud save won't work, and then like everything I did on my laptop wouldn't save. Jim do Windleverse after 2 votes for SDC. I wish I had all the files and stuff. That'd be cool if it would like transfer your files over, like all your custom audio files and stuff like that, because I won't get any of those. I'll have all the ThemeMaker's Toolkit items, like that will still work. It's just all the custom audio files or custom images won't work. So I need to work on the new Fire in the Hole. We don't know that's what it is, do we? By the way, you might hear like some trains in the background. My dad literally lives like by a train track. There's actually one coming by right now. So I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's a tootin'. It is a tootin'. So you could potentially hear him go by every once in a while. I love going through here and just seeing all my experiments that I didn't even hardly do anything with. A lot of Windland parks in there. Windland 2.0. Wonderverse. What is Wonderverse? It looks like I did quite a bit in that. What is that? I'm trying to look closely at that. Wonderverse. On the road park. RRV, I don't think Gunner ever gave it back to me. I don't think he did. I honestly don't think he did give it back. I have so many like just random projects in here. Oh, the Celebration City one. I should pick that one back up. I really should. And I could implement it into Windleverse in present day. So like if we get to once we get to present day, maybe I can bring back Celebration City in all its glory and add new rides and stuff. Just kind of use the layout of it. Man, I remember because I tried to make an RMC Ozark Wildcat. I don't think it turned out very well though. Of course, if I was to remake it, I probably wouldn't do an RMC just because it wouldn't make sense realistically. I just wanted to try and do an RMC version of it. But again, with an Silver River City right down the road, it wouldn't make sense to have an RMC. It wouldn't alter history if we say, for instance, we got to present day, say 2023. It doesn't alter history if I take that land, if I use that land, because it's already closed. That doesn't alter history at all. That just is me using that property. Hey, Aaron, what's up? You know what I mean? I remember this not turning out great, and that's kind of why I abandoned it as of right now. I want to see how much I got done now. I'm doing great. How about you? Again, the quality's not going to be great because I'm streaming off my laptop and not even using the Wi-Fi. I'm using my mobile hotspot to stream. So the quality is going to be a little bit... I'm not using the Wi-Fi because we kept losing connection, and the Wi-Fi is very spotty here, so it just randomly keeps disconnecting. So I decided to use my hotspot. It was better quality on the Wi-Fi, but it just kept ending the stream randomly after every 10 to 20 minutes. Hey look, RMC Wildcat. Oh yeah, I forgot I recreated the original. It was such a good GCI. I miss it. How busy has SDC been? I have no clue. I haven't been there since opening day. I only worked opening day, and then I had to come out here to Kansas and to kind of look after my dad because he had a surgery. So, and I'll be back in about a week. I'll be back, or hopefully. So, yeah, I know I didn't do too much here. I tried making the entrance, which started to turn out pretty good. And I was not really good at path work at the time. And then you have all these. I even used blueprints, I think, on all these buildings. I was like, oh, that looks close enough. If I was to redo this project, I'd start over again. I do think the go-karts turned out pretty good, though. But I was adding new rides that weren't there before, like this coaster was taking the place of like where a few flat rides were. When you get to testing with Wendleverse, will you let people join on the testing? So the very first testing, I'm going to call it Alpha, the Alpha stages. It will be closed, and then we're going to have like an open beta where anyone can really join, I think. I think that's going to be the idea. This is funny, because I think, like, I started over here, and then I decided to move it over, but I left all the path from the first attempt. So you can kind of see it's a similar kind of path. I don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, I would definitely start this over, though. I didn't really do much here. I really, like, when you really think about it, not much is done here. I could have done what I did here within a day. Like, I think the most effort I put in was the entrance with the tickets booths and stuff, and I could build that in like 2 minutes, if that. And then these are just blueprints right here, so that doesn't count. That's a blueprint, so that doesn't count. The only thing that's custom are these coasters. I did build these coasters from scratch. And then I did like this B&M invert that there was like an open spot here that I was going to build it in. And this layout turned out really stupid, so it's not realistic at all. My building skills are so much better now. That's kind of why I want to redo this. But man, I really did not do much here. Yeah, it was a Celebration City that recreation. Well, not really a recreation, a revival. It was gonna have like new rides, but kind of keep the layout of Celebration City. So, how's the new Fire in the Hole coming along? I don't know if they've really been doing much. Outside, the outside looks the same, and it doesn't really look like they've done much to it. I think they're mostly working on the inside right now. Sounds like a lot of people have spotted some track on the inside. This is what I mostly hear is the inside has been getting some track in it, but the outside, as far as I know, hasn't looked like they've done much on the outside. Of course, the outside was pretty far along already. Bum 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 bum. Hey, Wind Valley Park. It even has Forbidden Timbers. I remember last time I came out here during my dad's last surgery, and that's when Wind Valley Park kind of started. As I did a lot of episodes while I was here. Will it be bigger than the old fire? Oh yeah, for sure. SDC recreation. You really want me to load that up? It takes forever to load. And it's not even going to be great because all my custom files aren't going to be in there, so. Bum, 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 bum. We're going to be sitting here a while, just so you know. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take on my laptop, so. I might even go grab a snack, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Did I see the first episode? I have not. I almost clicked on it, but I didn't have the time. I think I saw something, or I saw it, whether it was shared on the Discord or something, I think is where I saw it. And then I hadn't had at the time I didn't have the time to watch it yet. But I should. I definitely should. Takes like 15 minutes. Now we are loading off of a SSD, so maybe it won't take too long. Of course, I have everything saved on an SSD at my desktop too. I put Planet Coaster on my SSD because it's like my most played games. So it was like one of the I have a few games on my SSD. It's my most played games I put on my SSD because I only have 500 gigabytes of SSD storage on my desktop, but I have a terabyte of SSD storage on my laptop. But that's all. This 1 terabyte is all I have on my laptop. On my desktop, I have another 2 1 terabyte hard drives, so technically I have 2.5 terabytes of storage on my hard drive. Which still isn't enough, by the way. When you're a content creator, you have to constantly delete stuff. Which does kind of suck, because then you don't have backups anymore. So if, like, for some reason your video got deleted, and you don't have that video anymore, it's just gone. Which I've had, I think, one video that was flagged for no reason. That was against YouTube's terms, and they deleted it, and it says, is eligible for re-upload. So they said I could re-upload it if I still had the file. So I'm like, well, why would you take it down in the first place if it's eligible for re-upload? What was the point of deleting it if I'm able to re-upload it? It was kind of stupid. But Work on Wildfire more? Potentially. Maybe. I could work on, like, some custom supports for it. I did start on the custom supports, but I only started on the lift hill a little bit. I don't know if I'll really work on anything in this stream. Oh yeah, Fireman's Landing. I need more reference photos. I've failed to get more reference photos of Fireman's Landing, like I was supposed to. Really good blueprint for the kiddie swings. Oh, you should send the link to me when you can. You don't have the link though? Is it on the workshop then? As long as it's on the workshop, I'm sure I can go find it myself. I am starting to get a little drowsy though. I got up pretty early this morning because we had to go to a doctor's appointment. I had to take my dad to a doctor's appointment, and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Well, I got a decent amount of sleep last night, but not a whole lot. Not as much as I'm supposed to. Because I couldn't fall asleep last night. Wasn't tired, so I'm not sure if I'm feeling up to working on anything right now, because this is supposed to just be a chatting stream, so. And my throat is starting to get a little sore from talking so much, because I haven't talked in a while. I've talked, but not like this. What would find it on the workshop? How would I find it on the workshop? Should I just put kiddie swings or kid swings? You think that would bring it up? Can I bring it up? Yeah, I can bring it up while we're loading in. Cool. Let me see. Workshop. I just wish that Wi-Fi was a little bit better, because then I could have a higher quality stream for you guys. I just don't know when it's going to cut out, is the thing. I don't know if I can do this at the same time. Yeah, it is struggling. Me trying to do the workshop and this at the same time, and probably streaming. My 16 gigabytes of RAM are probably like, no, that's a little too much. There we go. Oh, it's a toolkit item. Really? Is it newer? Nice. Man, I wish we could have custom flat rides and custom tracked rides in Planet Coaster. I wish the mods would have done that. For the mod community, I wish they would have worked on that. Maybe someone is still, I don't know, but I feel like the mods just kind of died out. Like, once mods started coming out, you had those few really good ones come out, and then they just kind of stopped making them. Like, they all lost interest in making mods for Planet Coaster, which I feel keeps the game alive longer if they would have kept going, but because, like, if you remember Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, they had custom tracked rides where you could literally, people were making their own custom trains, and it was really cool. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, they really did die quick. I'm kind of sad, though, because it looked like there was a lot of potential of modding for Planet Coaster. Have I heard of My Curious Mind, Joe? I don't think so. It's not really ringing a bell. Yeah, I was really hoping that the mods would have made a few mods for, like, custom flat rides and then some custom tracked rides, because I think it would be really cool to... I'm sure someone would have made the Mach Extreme Spinning Coaster. That would have been amazing. And then just a few others that... a lot of the stuff we've been asking for in the game that we never got. Just a few things. That's all I would really want, mainly. He's got a awesome Thor Park recreation that has Blender flat rides in it. Really? It's insane. I'll have to check it out. Is it on the workshop? Or is it... Wait, is it the one I'm thinking of? Like, is it Planet Coaster? If it's not Planet Coaster, I may have seen it. Maybe. Maybe... No. I was thinking No Limits, too. Like I said, I'm very... I know a little bit with Blender. Like, I can make signs. It's not Planet Coaster. That's what I thought. Like, it's just kind of like a 3D modeled thing. Gotcha. Hey, we finally loaded in. Multiple item references missing or audio file. Yeah, I know. I don't have all my files in here. I should definitely copy them over, though. That way I have them all. I don't know if I've ever opened this on my laptop. I was curious. I am curious of how well it runs on my laptop. We do have some pretty massive frame drops in here. I mean, it's still kind of playable. Like, we can still kind of roam around here. We could probably still do a little bit of building too if we wanted to, but it's still pretty rough over here. I'm proud of this sign. I will never do something like this sign again, I don't think, because that was a lot of work. This sign was a lot of work. It took a lot of time to get that sign. I did notice shortly after, it does have the glitch where like the textures disappear on the front. Like if you go back here, the texture that you're facing is gone. But the sign was so thin that it still turned out looking okay, and then his arm just decided not to finish here either, which is kind of weird. So there are a couple of glitches here and there, but I didn't care. I wasn't going to redo it again. I was fine with it. I was like, it looks good enough. I could potentially try and do this one again, because he has that slight glitch where part of it disappears there, which is very annoying. I don't understand what causes these glitches, because it's very inconsistent. Like, besides that glitch where it just kind of, part of it just kind of disappears, you know, it's fine, but... But yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna try and get some reference photos, and we'll continue on with this for sure. I think we're gonna mainly focus on Fireman's Landing. Oh gosh, not the old sign. But I think we're gonna start focusing on Fireman's Landing pretty soon. I'm very behind on this construction back here. You can tell. Very behind on that. Let me see if I can load up the workshop now. Yeah, there it goes. It was just loading the park at the same time, so it was just struggling. Alright, let's go. Workshop. Where's my search bar? My search bar. Search bar, where are you? Browse. Where's the search bar? I can't find the search bar. Hello? Am I going insane? I don't see a search bar anywhere. I know you guys can't see it because it's not part of the capture, but I'm trying to find it. Looks like some pretty cool parks on the workshop, though. Hello? Why is there no search bar where I can type it in? I'm gonna go most recent. You know what? I think I'm just gonna Control Alt Delete, and then just get Steam up here and go from here. This will be easier. And then we'll go to the workshop from here instead of the condensed there. There's my search bar. Kid Swings. Let's see what we got here. It said it was ThemeMaker's Toolkit, right? Let me filter ThemeMaker's Toolkit. Steve, what's up, man? I miss you too, man. I should be not much more than a week, and I'll be back. In the meantime, we got this crappy quality. As of right now. I'm not sure if I'm seeing. Yeah, you said there's 2 I have to download. Rockets, maybe it's this. That looks like at least, because that doesn't look complete. It looks like one of the pieces. I think this is one of the pieces. Oh, am I on the schedule? I haven't even looked at the schedule. I was like, unless something crazy happens, I should be back around the 5th or so. So, unless something really crazy happens, which hopefully not. Oh, it's Idro. Idro's done some really good stuff. I'm just gonna go to his page. I should be able to find both if I just go to his workshop. So, oh, he's got so many stuff. Oh, for summer weeks out, gotcha. Yeah, Jess is ready for me to be home. She's been all alone. I hate that I've left her alone for so long. My gosh, he's got 109 pages. But he's got some good stuff, though. I will say that. Hydro has some really good stuff on the workshop. Okay, Rocket Kids, Fly Arm. Oh, I see. I don't think that's it. It's like a rocket. It's definitely not the same thing. She has 25 cats to keep her company, though. 25 cats? More like 5, but... Ooh, a map stand. That's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna subscribe to that. I'm finding other stuff that I'm not even looking for that I'm liking here in the workshop. Steve is a supervisor, but he has operated Outlaw Run before. Wildfire. I think those are the main 2. I don't know what other ones if he's done much of anything else. Of course, that's Steve's deal. He could probably tell you more than I could. Oh my gosh, he actually has like B&M train pieces on here, so you could like make a static B&M thing. Picture of what it looks like. Let me bring up Discord. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's perfect. I just get distracted because Hydro has some like incredibly really good stuff in the workshop, so I'm just gonna go, let's go ThemeMaker's Toolkit, and then I'm just gonna type swings and see what comes up. I tried putting in kid swings, but nothing showed up. Like, it's such a short list. Do you know who it's by? Hold on. Like, do you know the creator? Because, man, I really do want those. And I don't want to wait. I want them now. Typically, I usually, like, go, most recent. If it's recent, because I usually don't go by without seeing these, so... Like, I'll go through after every once in a while, and I'll look through the Theme Maker's Toolkit until I get to the stuff I've seen before. Typically, that's what I do. Well, there's my sign, so it's definitely not in front of that. It must have been earlier than that, and I have not installed it yet. So there's my Outlaw Run sign, and there's Timberline Ski Resort, which is Coaster Gnome's sign that I made for him. Man, it's so insane to be on the Theme Maker's Toolkit and see some of my items on here that I made. Because it makes me like, I'm like, yeah, I made some stuff. Oh gosh, we got to letter font. It takes up so much on here. There are a lot of good toolkit items here, though. Here's Lakewood Valley. Here's that sign. Huh. I must have not really done anything here then. Or maybe I did see it and think, oh, I don't need that. Alright, let me just, I'm going to type ride and see what pops up, see if anything comes up. I'm really trying to narrow it down, a little bit. There's 34 pages when I put ride. Maybe if I tried putting flat ride. Oh, they have a rotating boat ride. That's a little closer. Man, if I can just find that keyword, the right keyword here. Because Kids Swing didn't bring anything up. There's a one that came up, but it's a Rockets Kids Flat Ride. But that's not it. Your Mexican restaurant. I think I've seen it, yeah. You'd think just putting in swings, but like that hardly brought up anything. Flat ride. I put in flat ride and my Golden Ticket Award sign came up for Outlaw Run. Like, what? Jeez, why is this so hard to find? I was like, do you have any idea who the creator was? Because that could help too. I mean, I could look through all 437 pages of toolkit items, but I don't think I want to. I'm determined to find it. Because I do have divided for ThemeMaker's Toolkit. You're absolutely certain it was ThemeMaker's Toolkit? Absolutely certain? I mean, I don't know what other parts they would have used there, but it is a is it a part of a blueprint? I don't know. Most popular swing ride. 1 week, we'll go all time. So it includes everything. Giant barn swing. Skyrocket circle swing ride. What's this? What is this? It actually works, whatever it is. I mean, it looks like it works. What is this? Is it actually animated? Oh, it looks like it has... I'm confused. What? Cycle, swing ride, loading configuration. I'm curious about this one. I mean, it's not what I need, but it kind of looks interesting. If it's real or not. Well, I went most popular. I'd imagine it'd be pretty popular, right? Wait, is this it? Is this it? I don't think it's exactly it, but it's a blueprint that looks really good. That actually would work. Is the one that you have animated? I don't know if this is animated. I don't think it is. It's just thrown together, but it looks really good. But it's not the one it's not the one that you sent me in your the picture that you had. Should add a Kid Zone to Wind Valley Park because I feel like it's only... Actually, that was the next thing I was going to do. I had talked about it in the previous episodes before that we're going to have a new little family area in Wind Valley Park. That's actually the next thing I was going to do. Believe it or not. Oh, it's static? I don't know. I might try this one that I just found because I think it looks really good. It's hard to tell off the photos, but I think it might look a little bit better than the one you sent me, but I'm not sure. I think it was a blueprint. I'm going to check ThemeMaker's Toolkit too because it could have potentially been here, but I thought it was called Family Swing Ride. Or Kiddie Ride. Oh, there it is. Why do I have two? Why is there two of them? But this guy. Oh, he used chairs, I see now. This one was used with in-game items, though. So. I don't know why it's on here twice, though. I don't know if there's a difference between the two. Or maybe it's just kind of glitched out and is showing up twice. I mean, static is fine too. It's fine if it's not animated. And just this is the one I found, which would be for Fireman's Flyers. So. yours looks like the actual thing. Well, you need to find it and send it to me. Press the plus button twice, but if I did that, it would just undo it. Like, you can't select something twice. That doesn't make sense. You can't check mark, or you can't hit the plus button twice. Like, if you push it again, it unsubscribes from it. So that doesn't make sense. You can't add the same one twice. As far as I know, like, I don't know how that would work. Most popular. No. Why can't I? Come on, all time. Let's try this. Ladybird Ride, I have that. I was thinking about using it for Bugland and Grand Expo. Actually, and because it looks pretty good. Alright, there's only 34 pages in this. Maybe if I type the word kitty, maybe it'll be easier to find. Instead of swing ride, we'll go, I'm just gonna go kitty. Kitty shuttle signboard. What the heck? That's the only thing that came up for that. Child. Nope. Flat. Like, come on, man. Put in the right tags for your item. Like, come on. How does it not have the word swing in it? There's no way it doesn't have the word swing. Like, it's literally just typing the word swing and then ThemeMaker's Toolkit. How does it not show up at all in this? Unless it got removed. Unless it's not on there anymore. Which could be the case. You never know. You never know. But I already made my own Lucky's Dizzy Dogs, and I'm actually kind of proud of how they turned out, too. Lucky's Dizzy Dogs. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're not great. I don't think I made any sense there, but alright. And then you can't change the height of these towers, so Firefall's larger than it needs to be. And this was going to be Fire Wagon Frenzy. At least that was the start of it. And then we have Mystic River Falls. And of course, Outlaw Run. Man, this barrel roll turned out beautifully. Just beautiful. Like, you couldn't have asked for better heart lining right there. Look how beautiful it is. It just goes through it so smoothly as well. And here's a wildfire. Oh, welcome back again. I am thinking about getting off, though. I'm kind of getting sleepy, or a little drowsy. Kind of tired. Don't mean to exit out, but too quickly. But I'm just kind of tired. Might even take a nap. I don't usually take naps, but I didn't get enough sleep last night, so I just might take a small nap. Maybe. So I think I'm gonna head out here. But I appreciate you guys stopping by and saying hi. We might stream again soon, maybe one more time before I get back. Potentially. I mean, it has been a long time since. That's frozen. Am I still frozen? Really? Encoding overloaded. Can you guys still hear me? The encoding overloaded apparently. Out of nowhere. Alright, so you can at least hear me. So I will catch you guys next time. Like, OBS is kind of frozen right now, so I'm going to say bye while I can. So make sure you guys have a great day. Cool tomorrow, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you later. Thanks, and goodbye.